Hello, hello, hello. Sir David the Bard. I'm coming to you from Aspen, Colorado. My gosh, if you'd rather be in the celestial kingdom than Aspen, you're crazy. It's beautiful up here. And yeah, we got a little bit of snow, but I'm hiding behind one of the big trees up here. And lots of trees, lots of good skiing stuff up here, and ski bunnies. When you put skis on a bunny, they're very, very short. They go down the hill, and you know what I mean. You guys know what a ski bunny is. Anyway, I wanted to chat with you on what's going on in the Philippines, this typhoon that went on through. My wife is from the Philippines, and my two adopted daughters are from the Philippines in Butuan, down in Mindanao Island. And my wife has been on the computer for 3 or 4 solid days talking to people she knows in Manila and other islands, trying to get accurate reports. Well, the Filipino people don't know how bad it really is. The CNN and ABC and CBS, they're able to get in there, and CNN got trapped in a hotel. The water came up to like the 2nd floor of the hotel, and they couldn't get out. So anyway, I wanted to give my concern to the Filipino people, because I have a little bit of a tie there. And when you live in a poor country and your cardboard box floats away, you got to find another cardboard box to live in. And they're saying there could be as many as 10,000 people dead, and they're just picking them up off the street, all dead, and floating by, husbands, wives, and children. One family, there's 30 of them in the family. They can't find anybody that's alive. So my heart goes out to them, and here are the things I want to say to the Mormon church. Screw you. Screw you. You picked up all of your missionaries, and you moved them inland, and I don't know if they were in high shelters, low shelters. You can't dig a bomb shelter in the Philippines. The water level's 12 inches. You go down, you're totally underwater at 12 inches. But the Mormon church saved their own. They saved their own, who shouldn't have been there in the first place. 18, 19-year-old kids caught in a typhoon like that, and, saying, well, gee, where the hell is Jesus? Where's Jesus? God, where is Jesus? I guess he's on vacation. He's in the Bahamas with the rest of the Mormons. Well, at this recording, there's still a couple of missionaries missing that they haven't heard from. The others, they seem to have gotten in contact with. Well, here's what I'm pissed off about. I was in the Philippines. I've been there. I lived there for almost a year. Adopting the kids and whatever, and $1 will give you 40 pesos. Now the exchange is about 40 pesos. $1 would feed a person in the Philippines for probably about 3 weeks. They have no food, they have no water, they have no shelter, and the children are suffering. Everybody is suffering. Well, the United States government sent over our Marines and planes. I think the Philippines had 2 planes and 1 helicopter. 2 planes and 1 helicopter, and 1 million people displaced. Oh, that's not going to take long to help them. Well, as usual, I'm proud to be an American, and Mercy is too. She's born in the Philippines, but she's proud to see that her taxes that she pays here in this country goes to help those of her country. Now, it seems funny, the Mormons had enough money to move their missionaries. Money ain't a problem to the Mormons. The missionaries are there to get money from the Filipino people. 10% of their income. The Mormon church requires anyone that joins their church to pay 10% of their income to the Mormon church. So the missionaries are over there trying to get more money for Salt Lake City at the risk of their own lives, and then watch all of these dead Filipino people flow through the streets. Well, at least the Mormon Church saves the missionary asses. Let's see what else the Mormon Church is doing here these days. Oh, something else here. Let me show you. This is on, oh gosh, it's unusual here. Let's see, RT is a newspaper, I guess. And the headline is this: Mormon Church purchases 2% of the state of Florida for $500 million. Would this upset any normal person? That a corporation cult who calls themselves a church has $500 million to buy some trees and some cattle, which brings them up to a total 2% of the entire state of Florida belongs to the Mormon Church. But they can't put any of that money in the Philippines to help these people. They can't put in $30 million. They can't put in $100 million. $500 million to buy a cattle ranch? There's your Mormon Church. There it is in a nutshell. People floating down the streets dead. The live people have absolutely nothing. The Mormon missionaries are pulled back, so once they're ready to start again, they can go in and get the Filipinos pesos to send to Salt Lake City. And while all these people are suffering and damaged, the Mormon Church is spending $500 million this week to buy a cattle ranch. See, with Mormons, when you put food inside of a hungry person, you don't get a return except poo-poo. That's the only return you get. Food in the mouth, poo-poo out the back. Mormons don't think that's a good deal. They want to buy stuff, put their money in, and get something back other than poo-poo. Let the Filipino and the rest of the world suffering suffer. Now, I'm going to give this to you here. You can look it up yourself. In fact, you know what I'll do? I'll put at the bottom. Some of you are having trouble finding these links. I'm posting links now so that you and the Mormons know that I'm not lying. Rather than just me saying it to you, I'm going to post up this link here, and you can look at it. The Mormon Church is purchasing 2% of the state of Florida for $500 million, while the Filipino people float dead in the streets of their own country, but not the missionaries. Those are assets. You put food in a missionary mouth, you might get more tithe payers. You put food in a child's mouth in the Philippines, you're going to get poo-poo. Mormon Church doesn't want poo-poo. Alright, I'm going to sign off. I'm going to capture this particular website, and I will put it right underneath what I'm saying. How do I turn myself off? I've learned how to turn myself on, but I don't know how to turn myself off. Where the hell is the... Oh, there's YouTube right there. Oh, okay, I'm gone. I'm turning myself off. Click on the link. Thanks.